crowd there. And he had some nice people who brought up to the stage and let him talk. And a couple of football players there that he plays golf with. And you know, sort of politicians and people. He gets on, you know. He's pretty good at ad-libbing, you know. He's got a teleprompter there, and sometimes he reads from it because it's all the detail he wants to cover, you know. And he'll just start ad-libbing and talking, you know. He did make one little slip, but he corrected it. He's talking about Joe Biden being the worst president than Jimmy Carter. Oh, he meant it, and he said Carter. Well, that's no big, yeah, but... Hey, I like the one where they've got a recording of Biden there, and he's kind of talking to himself like this, and I'm not kidding, his voice is going, he's talking about something, and in the background they put some music to it. So here's old Joe Biden, the tune, this is a real lilting kind of a tune in the background. I think it's a piano or something. And here it is, and he's just mumbling and fumbling to himself while this music goes on. It's hilarious. Have you ever heard that one? No, I haven't heard it. Oh, well. I've got a recording of him saying that they put together the most, they call it the most, I forgot how it goes there. About the election system. It comes out, so we put together the most corrupt election system ever. History. Oh, anyway. You know, all rather partial. I get a dose of this information through the internet every day. You know, I spend a few hours looking at this stuff. I just can't I refuse, you know. Here's Larry Johnson, NATO's next moves. Oh, I'm late. K6PEJ. Late for an important date. I'm waiting G6K. Let's see what the latest is on the war zone. We can check out the latest battlefront news here. Whole face insanity. Oh, he hasn't posted yet. Other guys have posted. Reunion. Let's see what he got. I think they're still waiting on those 2,000-pound bombs that the Israelis want. I don't think they're going to get them right now. They're going to have to go through the tunnels and get them one by one. Except that the whole joke is they're never going to get rid of Hamas or Cubans or whatever you want to call them. They can bomb the hell out of them, seek them out, but as soon as they seek them out and kill them all, and then they retract, the military, they're just going to reform and start all over again. Well, the biggest mistake the Israelis made, or the Jewish people made, the Zionists, but really, they were the ones behind the creation of the state of Israel, the Zionists. They're basically a sect of Jewish people. Most of them are secular, they're really non-Jews of Jewish heritage. They don't really practice their religion. It's a weird religion because they got different sects up there. They got the conservatives, they got the liberals, they got the seculars, they got the orthodox. They all, like, cover all the bases, you know. If you're a secular Catholic, Orthodox Catholic, or a liberal Catholic, there's this regular Catholic. Don't get me going on those Catholics.
These guys are nuts.
I mean, I'm just saying that they're having, they had originally eyed Madagascar as a place to set up their country. That would have been a lot better for them. country, you're in the middle of a bunch of people that you don't like. How smart is that, you know? Or in the Middle East here, where the Jews got a long time there until the Zionists, who most of them came from Europe, moved into the Middle East, you know, most of them, you know, like the Bibi, Netanyahu, they're Europeans, they're not Semitic Jews, they're Ashkenazi Jews, coming from Eastern Europe, historically, like right around Ukraine. Once you figure all this out, you realize that, you know, I'd much rather, I think, like to have Ukraine as a bigger expansion area. They got some, Ashkenazi have some connections there. So, I think there's just too much importance placed on foreign countries and their problems. In our country, really needs some serious work. Serious race relations improvement between its citizens instead of all the stuff that separates them. They just don't focus on making our country good in the inside. They're stripping it down to the bone. Our schools are skeletal. It's just like the whole thing is a joke. And all this money is going over to Ukraine and now Israel, and then hey, let's ship some down to Taiwan, and all those guys are raking in, making money. We're supposed to supply them with a blanket coverage. The taxpayer, it's just absolutely revolting what the American government does to the working public of America. They're letting our country go to the shithole while they're throwing us money everywhere. Do you know how much money is being pilfered by the Ukrainians when we ship it over there? Yeah, a lot of billions of dollars, yeah. Zelensky, he's screwed hundreds of millions of dollars now. Zelensky said, this is not charity. Well, he was, I'll never forget that guy's voice. This is not charity. So, you better start paying it back or it's going to be charity. You know what his background is, don't you? Oh, he's an actor. How can I believe that funneling billions of the taxpayers' money over here to a guy who is an actor? Yeah, actor, comedian. No, that's a joke, all right. Plays the piano with his penis. Oh, man, I'm just totally disgusted with my country. I'm losing my patriotic feeling. And he's outlawed church over there. The church is too much like the Russians, so it's against the law to go to church. And he's outlawed the Russian language, and half the country speaks Russian. Like if all of a sudden Joe Biden says Spanish is illegal, and you can't practice any Spanish holidays, so you're going to go to jail. The Mexicans would like that. Or maybe more like Mexicans took over Sacramento and says, okay, all you gringos can't speak English now, you got to speak Mexican. And they'd be happy. That's what happened in Ukraine. And it was all sponsored by the United States. We spent about $5 billion to overthrow the government. That was a pretty good deal. Now we're spending hundreds of billions to hold on to it. Oh, I know it's my information says that it's certainly, we're talking about the money and how it's used. I think I don't want to repeat myself too many times, but only 30% of the money we send over there is actually being used for the war effort. The rest is to keep the infrastructure running. Most of everybody's salaries because they don't make any money. Their industry is like kaput. They're not doing anything right now. They let their industry go to hell, and what was left that the Russians blew up. If it makes anything that's war-like. Shut the thing off. Take a hike, you pathetic bastard. Home. Bring our troops with our guys home. Hey, what happened to the assholes? Those guys over in Europe deal with their own problems. Yeah, but I did pretty good for a dumb guy. This surrounds Russia.
The Gemmers. You can't talk about this kind of stuff on the radio, or the liberals get really upset.
Russia doesn't want it. I hope it is, man. I hope you fucking die, you stupid fuck. The Russians Yeah, but you're pretty good for a dumb guy.
So the guy's playing recordings of the other guy.
What happened to the asshole? Throw me in the recording. There's only one idiot here, and that's me putting up with you. Not yet. So what about what we wish you would fucking die? Please, that's the guy who's up there. I love my goodness. Well, it's the only time you ever could get a good. Yeah, but you're pretty good for a dumb guy. Somebody record.
So the recording is the recording, and the other guy is actually live.
You stupid fuck.
So the other guy, they wait until he says something stupid and they record him.
Putting up with you. Recording. I want to hear the recording. Too bad, fuckhole. Talk over it till you give me what I want. Get out of here, you faggot. No, you're gonna give me what I want. I want to hear the part where you're gonna fucking die. I love that recording of myself, but I don't want to hear the other one. I want you to hear you're a latent homosexual and you don't know how to deal with it. Oh, there it is. That's not it. Yeah, but you're pretty good for a dumb guy. I know right away when it comes on. So, that's the guy with the 15 in him. I know. Well, come on, man. You are a pathetic piece of shit. That's not it. Come on. There's an asshole. Wow. I want to hear the one that you said first. That's one of my most favorite ones that I did. I think I just accidentally keyed down on the sissy. Anyway, Stan, it's a lot of fun. It's 1:34. I know you could probably do something else. You work on your music and stuff. Well, I go smoke a joint, shut the fuck up. I could take a snack break and let this guy fumble around. Well, I really do like houses on my car, Paul. I don't like to recognize myself slipping, but go ahead, jackass. Yeah, I like to antagonize them, and you know how you know? Fuck you, old ball fucker. It's when they play more recordings. If you antagonize them, they get their fervor up. So I know I'm having fun here. But I know you don't have a low tolerance for shenanigans, so I'm going to let you go for a little bit. Because I like putting the corkscrew up this guy's ass just to want to fuck.
These guys. Man.
Anyway, Stan, I'll let you go. I'm going to take a stand by. It's great. I love talking to you because you're open-minded politically. Well, I just try to seek out as much information as I can, and through the process of induction and deduction, you can derive a lot of close approximations to what's going on. Now, what they tell you in the mainstream media is full of misinformation. Because of misinformation media, this misinformation stream. Oh, it's horrible. It's getting worse and worse. There's places out there where you can find it, but you know, you got to be connected to this nation network. And otherwise, you're kind of at their mercy. Because all these people that have quit the mainstream media, like Megyn Kelly, Tucker Carlson, there's all sorts of them. They all have their own channels, you know. They're good well. But you won't see them on the network. Well, that's the problem with a lot. Like times, you get the teachers. They only tell you what they want you to hear. And so it's hard to find out. By the way, this AI, this is just going to make everything a whole lot worse. You won't be able to believe anything anymore. Once they let that little genie out, we're screwed. Well, I think AI is going to be useful in certain things, but Just have to deal with real people more and not to do. Anything you do on the internet's gonna have a good chance it's gonna have some AI component, especially if you're dealing with. They're gonna get rid of all these telephone people and have a computer do it. But now, all these high-tech things are eliminating people's jobs. What are people gonna do? Oh, we just get rid of the people. So that's part of the solution. The World Economic Forum solution is population reduction. Bill Gates is into that. Hey, people are making too much trash. Somebody said what they said. Oh, they said don't worry about the public making too much trash and having to worry about where you're going to put it. The biggest landfill of all, I mean, the biggest place where you compare it is to Nevada. They said don't ever worry about having where you're going to put the garbage. Just Nevada. It was a horrible statement, but it's probably true. It's so open and barren. A lot of it ends up in the ocean. Oh, that would be the worst place to put it. Oh, what do you think all this when a hurricane comes through and it blows all that stuff out off the island, like, or whatever, it goes across Florida and blows all this stuff into the ocean, or? Well, it shows up on someone else. Well, alright. Yeah, it ends up on the beaches, piled up. You can go out on the Bahamas. Hey, Paul. Off the coast of Florida there, they had a hurricane here, you'll go there and there's still, beaches and trash stuff. Where it is, man, I hope you fucking die, you stupid fuck. Bless you, sir. Yeah, but I did pretty good for a dumb guy. Some new material, dude. Jesus Christ, you've been playing the same old thing. You should be boring yourself to tears. Too bad, fuckhole. Shut the thing off. Take a hike, you pathetic bastard. Anyway, I thought the guy had taken a hike, but looks like he probably went to do a bathroom run or something. And now the internet, he had shut the hell up. Yeah, well, low tolerance for buffoonery, so hey, Randy. And now he's his presence, but he's too persistent for me. So under a latent homosexual, and you don't know how to deal with it. It's 1:40. In the 15 minutes, you're going to sign off anyway, so WG6K or WK66, I always get your call, Rupee. This KE6PEJ, I'm going to let this guy, I can't believe that guy did that. And go get something to eat down below.
PEJ?
Okay, well, that's okay. He can call me a latent homosexual because I am. I can't hide from reality. Yeah, you are.
Oh my God.
You admitted yourself, so I had to speak it for you. You don't, it just got no teeth. Out of context, guy. I couldn't get you to admit that you had emotional problems, and I did pretty good for a loser. Being homosexual, because you kept talking about people's anatomical stuff, like their penises. That's all you were talking about. The whole night you went on and on. So I made that comment for you. I got have an ex-wife and a kid I raised by myself. So you'd be the more likely candidate to be the latent homosexual, not me. Yeah, well, fuck you, buddy, and no Vaseline for your asshole.
Oh my God.
What a pain. Don't forget to pick up the poop. Yeah, you should pick up the poop.
This is what happens when you say crazy stuff. Now, here's a prime example of what goes on the radio, and yet I get some idiot that comments on my channel complaining that I have tuned up my whistling and I'm portable on a compromised antenna. And the people that I'm tuning up to talk to are waiting for me to get on the radio. But I'm causing harmful interference. And then I had some other idiot make a comment about I should go 5KC. What did he say? Up or down? Well, the way he described it, basically, let me say, if I'm on here, right, I'm at 3845, and I go up 5 and tune up, my carrier is on lower sideband. That means that I'm going to be right on top of the people, and it's going to kind of heterodyne and make a bunch of noise. So, if it's lower sideband, either you go up or you go down. I can never remember this, but it doesn't really matter. Here's the thing. If I tune up really quickly by whistling in the microphone or doing anything like that, that's no different than me going like this. Somebody still hears that, okay? But they don't care because they know, oh, hey, somebody else is tuning up. They're going to join the conversation. You know, oh, that's just terrible that you could do that. Oh, you should have your license taken away. Meanwhile, people playing recordings and jamming each other is quite okay. Let's go test this theory. Okay. This radio is receiving on 5.3. Let's go up to 5.3. Okay. Now, if you watch this, okay. You hear anything? No. Okay. Now watch me go up 5 kc. You heard it that time, didn't you? Okay. So when you go up in frequency, 5 kc is not bad, but let's say you go up 3. Everybody's going to hear it. Let's say you go down 3. They are really going to hear it. So, if you go up 5, yeah, you'll get rid of a lot of the noise. If you go down, see, the thing is, I think when the radio tunes, it's going to tune on upper sideband. But I'm not 100% sure about that. One way to find out would be... So... That's really strange, and it doesn't make sense, you know, but it is what it is. So we're transmitting on 3850, but we're bleeding all the way up to 53, because the bottom of our carrier goes up 3. And when you're off frequency, you make more noise. See, for 49, nobody's going to hear you. You just have to go 4 kc below. Okay? Or 5. Well, maybe not. But these radios are extremely close. Let's go 5.3. We'll go up. How far do we got to go? So, that would be about 13 kilohertz. But it could just be this radio. This radio is also on 3.6. So, It depends on the person's filter. You're still picking it up though, but it's close. So, anyway, if you're gonna tune up, you just tune up and you do it quick and you get it done with. Okay? You try not to do it on top of somebody, but it really doesn't matter. Okay? Because the thing is, somebody somewhere is going to hear you. That's just how it is. And unless you're going to tune up into a dummy load, which if you're trying to match a mismatched antenna, well, what the hell is the point? So anyway, a lot of people out there bitching and complaining, worried about this kind of crap, and really, you just got to take a deep breath and stop taking yourself so damn seriously. It's just a hobby, okay? You know, I mean, there's all sorts of other crazy stuff going on, you know. And I think the problem nowadays is that a lot of people, they can say whatever they want to whoever they want on the internet without any repercussions for their actions. And so what happens is we get these people, they would say something crazy to you. They don't even know who you are, you know. And they know that you're probably not going to respond or do anything about it or anything like that, you know. Whereas when you're out in public, it's very rare that somebody's going to come up to you and say anything about your behavior or anything that you do, because they don't want to deal with the repercussions, or it's just not worth their time, or whatever the reason is. But this is what's wrong with the internet society. And a lot of these kids have grown up, they've never even had an ass whooping. They don't even know what it means to be in a fight, you know? And they just don't understand it. So we're dealing with a whole different generation of people, and then we're dealing with bitter, old, bored men that have nothing better to do than sit around and watch YouTube and make off-the-cuff comments about stuff, and, you know, instead of minding their own business and finding something to do to entertain themselves, you know, and they give out all this, you know, free advice. It's like, hey, I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but I'm an amateur extra class, and I passed my license, okay? I might be a newer ham, but I really, really don't need your advice unless I ask for it, you know? I'm open to suggestions, but really the point of my YouTube channel is to entertain people. It's not to seek advice. And, you know, I really don't care. You know, if I cared, I wouldn't put it up on here, you know. If I was worried about what people think, I wouldn't put it up on here. So I just always kind of have to sit back and say, okay, you know, I'm not going to respond to that, because these guys always have some stupid-ass comment about something, you know. I'm here for your entertainment. I don't need your advice, okay? If you had something better to do, you wouldn't be watching my channel. You know? Let's see what we got here. I wonder if the guys on the East Coast, they operate late at night because they don't have licenses. They're usually right here. W4DOG. Yeah. Him and a bunch of these other guys are on here. They don't got no licenses. Or they're using other people's call signs.